Hey guys, this is your main man Mike from EAKCrewProductions, and today we're going to go over a side deck, and it's going to be for Macro Rabbit. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, 2 Gemini Imps. This is obviously for the Dark World play. However, we are running 3 Macro Cosmos, so it's really up to you whether or not you think it's a good idea to side in the Imps. That is why it's at 2 and not at 3 though. 1 Grand Mole. This is a card that a lot of Macro Rabbit decks like the side deck, or main deck, I mean to say. I personally aren't playing it because I really like traps and spells, you know. I want to be able to fit in 3 lands, 3 macro. But if you're playing against a deck that's really heavy synchro and exceed based, you might want to side this in because this will just get rid of everything. 2 Snowman Eaters, that's for the mirror match. That's when they go into those Logias, you set Snowman, they run into it and blow it up. And it's just a card that can get rid of really big monsters, so you can play it against things like agents too, as long as they're not going to just pop your face down Snowman, you know. 2 Thunder Kings, that's just for decks that search a lot. You can side in against heroes, they'll have to clash against it, but we can keep it alive, of course, with our extremely heavy back row and our lances. And then it also slows down machine decks because you can negate those special summons for those fortresses. They end up going -1. You can stop their Girga plays with the Surge. Whole bunch of good stuff. Another MST, that's because when you play against certain decks that your macros really hurt, sometimes you want to side in the 3rd MST, and that's also why the Dust Tornado farther down is in here, because when you hit an MST with an MST and you don't have your macro down yet, so they can't chain it, it's actually okay, because now you're getting rid of those cards that will destroy your macro, and you want your macros to be safe. 2 Smashing Ground, run those against decks with really big monsters, and you can run them against the mirror too, you know, if they decide to go into Dolka instead, so that you can't like do your Guaiba, your Tour Guide, your Rabbit plays. You go Smashing Ground, and then you go into your own Dolka, you can go into your own Lagia, whichever one you feel safer with. We talked about the Dust Tornado. 2 Overworked, destroy each monster whose attack is higher than its original attack. So that's for the Fire Fist matchup. I don't know if a lot of you guys know about this card, but it's on Duelist grounds. And I think Elijah Gersten used it at YCS Miami. So it obviously puts in some work, but if they have a Tenki on the field, it'll destroy all their monsters. So if they don't, you know, it's like an extra Dark Holes pretty much. And then 2 Royal Decree. I'm just fond of the card. Obviously, you have a lot of traps, so it's kind of annoying. But who likes to lose to Chain Burn and like Trap Exodia, you know? Not me. So I'd probably go into like Lagias and then go bring out this and stop their, just try to stop everything they can do, you know. It's so annoying. You can even go into Dolka though, because then you can stop the Swift Scarecrows, which might be the better play. I'm not really sure there. But anyways, that is the side deck for Macro Rabbits, or at least the kind of side deck that I like to build. And you don't have to build this, but just look at the different cards, different tech choices, learn from them, and apply them to your decks. Like Overworked, for example. That doesn't have to be just in this deck. That's pretty much anything except for Fire Fists, you know? As long as you're playing pretty much anything except for Fire Fists, you can use Overworked. But anyways, that's Michael from EAKCrewProductions, your main man. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Subscribe.